Shalom, it's Jeremiah Call. Before we start off, I want to give all the praises to the Father and the Son. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakah Kadash. Yahweh is who the people ignorantly call God, and Yahushua is who the people ignorantly call Jesus. Today we got a Watchman report, dealing with natural disasters. The first precept we have is 2nd Esdras 12 and 16. It says, "The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof. The sea ariseth up with the waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the waves thereof also before the Lord, and before the glory of his power." So the Lord has the ability to cause an earthquake. The Lord has the ability to cause a massive tornado. The Lord has the ability to also, make a great big storm. He says, "And the fishes thereof also before the Lord, and before the glory of his power." And ultimately, it is important to, fear the Lord. Lord, all these destructive things that we see in the earth, the Lord created them. Like all these bad storms, all these horrific earthquakes, things of that nature, man. That's why, especially in these times, knowing that we in the end, man, we should be, fearing the Lord, more than we fear anybody on this planet. And, I have an article getting into the hurricane. It says, "Hurricane Beryl intensifies into very dangerous Category 3 storm as it approaches the Caribbean." It says, "Beryl, the first hurricane of the 2024 Atlantic season, intensified into a very dangerous Category 3 storm on Sunday morning as it churned towards Barbados and the Windward Islands, promising destructive hurricane-force winds and life-threatening storm surge," according to the National Hurricane Center. So, this is the first hurricane of the Atlantic 2024 hurricane season. And, all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, for letting this catch my eye. Because, beryllium is also the color of the chariots, what the world knows today as UFOs. And, beryllium is an element, and, that's the color of the chariots when they are in their metallic form. So, this is definitely a spiritual sign. And, I'm finna bring that out. We're gonna head to Ezekiel 1. Now let's skip down to verse 4. It says, "And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north." So, he's talking about a chariot. He is seen flying high in the sky. And it says, "A fire enfolding itself, and a brightness was about it. and out of the midst, and out of the midst there, and out of the midst as the color of amber, out of the midst of the fire. Slocky is going to my notes. So in Ezekiel 1 and 4, the great prophet Ezekiel is seeing a glowing chariot coming out of the sky, meaning what? Coming out of the north with very strong winds. That's why it says, and I looked and behold a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud and a fire enfolding it. So, and a brightness was about it, and out of the midst as the color of amber, out of the midst of the fire. He's seeing the big glowing chariot, and he's seeing the color, and the color is like amber. And if you know what the color, well, if you know what amber looks like, it has like a reddish type color to it. Now let's scroll down to the part of the verse where it's bringing out beryllium. Yeah, Ezekiel 1:16. The appearance of the wheels and their work was likened unto the color of beryl, and they four had one likeness, and their appearance and their work was as it were a wheel in the middle of a wheel. So when the Greek prophet Ezekiel is talking about, he is describing their work. He's describing, the details of the chariot, its color, because these chariots were created by Lord Yahushua, and so was everything else that we see, the animals, the trees, even the people, because the only spirit that Abba Yahweh created himself is Yahushua. Then Yahushua created everything else. And it says, and their work was likened unto the color of beryl. And beryl has like a it's like a silk has like a silverish metallic look. And that's what the Greek prophet Ezekiel is describing how the chariot looks. It looks like beryllium, and beryllium is an element, and it has a metallic look. And and he is also seeing that all of the chariots that he are seeing are look identical, look alike. So that's definitely a very spiritual sign. Call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that they named the first hurricane of the 2024 season Beryl. And beryllium, that's the color of the chariots. And also, just like how a hurricane creates boisterous, very strong winds, in Ezekiel 1 and 4, if we go back, He said, and I looked and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north. So, he's in Ezekiel 1 and 4, the great prophet Ezekiel is seeing that chariot, very, very high in the sky, and it has very strong, terrible winds. And so does these hurricanes have terrible, strong winds. And the hurricane that's in the ocean right now, Beryl, has very strong winds right now, just like how the chariots and in Ezekiel 1 and 4, how Ezekiel saw that the chariot had very strong winds. So, the Wadi How Bashim How Shah. And also another thing, this is ever since I've been alive. This is the earliest I have ever seen a strong hurricane form, man. We already have about to be a Category 3 hurricane. We not even in August yet. Hell, we not even in July yet, man. So man, we're seeing that these plagues, these storms, and these tempests, these earthquakes are, magnifying and getting more intense, man. The closer that we're getting to, the day of the Lord. And I have another article. It says upstate New York was rattled by a 3.4 magnitude earthquake only months after tremors shook the city. So, if you know about New York, they not really known to get a lot of earthquakes. And and that brings out the precept that goes into, earthquakes in diverse places. Because, if you live in New York, you probably don't, if you're, let's say, 30 years old in your whole life, probably only felt one earthquake, if even one whatsoever, if even one at all, But let's say if you're from a place like Cali on the West Coast, where the true ancient Israel is, then you probably felt a lot of earthquakes, throughout your life because earthquakes are, more common over there. But Matthew 24 and 7 says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places." And like we just saw, that earthquake, that 3.4 earthquake in New York, earthquake in diverse places. And also we're seeing nation against nation. We're seeing Russia, Ukraine actually in war right now because we're in World War III. We're seeing Amalek, the Israelites, going at it with the Arabs, and they're at war, inching, and also Israel and Lebanon, they're ramping up. They're going tit for tat with each other. So it's clear and evident that we are, at the end, close to the Lord coming back. And it says, "And there shall be famines and pestilences." Okay, what is one pestilence that we had? The CV-19. Okay, and another one that we're seeing right now is bird flu. And if I can try to find that article talking about Yep, here we go right here. It says U.S. will begin testing dairy products, including ice cream and butter, for H5N1 bird flu virus. So with this bird flu, they have already begun giving the shots to people in, I think, Finland, the country in Europe. So they are already beginning to give people those bird flu shots, man. I'm warning and telling y'all, man, don't take them shots, man, or them bird flu tests. Don't. And also with this bird flu situation, they have been killing a lot of animal and cattle here, especially in the U.S. So that can also contribute to famine. Killing off all the not only animals like chickens and birds, but also meat and cattle. And if you look at America, a lot of Americans, meat makes up a good portion of their diet and what they consume, especially, eat them. How do you like they bloody red steaks? But, us Israelites, we want our meat well done, cooked. Get that bloody red junk out of here. And, we're seeing, and if we go up to verse 6, it says, Ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. We are in the end. We are at the end of this thing, and we are actually seeing wars pop off before our eyes. And we actually are witnessing World War III ramp up and intensify right before our eyes. And, World War III started via Russia-Ukraine back in 2022, man. So it shows that we truly in the end of this thing. Let's see, if we can bring out another article pertaining to the wars. Yeah, then we had the prescripted presidential election just take place. They already know. See, your vote doesn't matter. You're just wasting your time going to vote, and they're giving you the illusion that your vote matters. It doesn't matter at all. They already know who's going to be the president. 15 to 20 years ago, they already knew who was going to be the president. Back in 1990, they already knew that Obama was going to become the president in 2008. This is prescripted. In this kingdom, the election is prescripted, sports is prescripted, everything, man. Says CDC issues a dengue fever alert as hundreds of cases have been confirmed in Florida. Dang, man. So these plagues is everywhere, man. Another one, Israel, fake Israel, readies their troops for a potential escalation in Lebanon. So all this war is going on this earth, on this planet, and people are still saying that World War III has yet to start. Bro, it's clear and evident that World War III has started. What are you gonna wait to hear CNN come out on your breaking news screen saying Americans are being drafted, World War III has started, to you to believe that World War III has started? No, we know how the media is. They're not going to come out and say World War III has started till they actually want the public to become aware of it, because they know how the public, freaks out and things like that. And, also, they're waiting for Trump to get back in office. Because, let's say CNN came out right now saying World War III has started. Do you really think the country and all these young people would rally around Biden's energy to go and fight a war? No. That's why they putting Trump back in there, so he can fill all these people up with that fake so-called American pride spirit. So they could ship y'all to these different parts of this third world. That's why they gonna put Trump back in there, so he can rally, especially all you Edomites, to go fight in that war, man. You know? Yeah, so with that, hope this lesson was edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shimi Shah. And until next time, all praise to Yahweh Shimi Shah and Shalom.